So yeah, welcome back everybody. So as you can see, Yusuf has done did a little bit of a Houdini right now. He's sitting opposite me right now, but yeah, that was the highlights of WrestleMania. It was a great experience. But yeah, now we are moving on to what happened a week later from WrestleMania, and that was the Superstar Shakeup. I was in the midst of introducing it.
Man, quiet on the set.
But yeah, as you can evidently see that he's had some certain reservations about the Superstar Shake-Up. But let me just get a collaborative or a collective view on what everyone thought of the Shake-Up. So what do you guys think of it? Like, roughly, like if you could sum it in one word, what would you think?
Underwhelming.
Underwhelming.
What? Random from a list.
So random, and you?
Random. Intriguing.
Intriguing. Okay.
I
do. Yeah.
I would say clusterfuck.
Woo!
That's my word, to be honest. Yeah, it was just a lot of random ones. Certain teams that didn't need splitting, and it's gotten to the point where people are just like, you know what, screw this, I am leaving. that's what's going on right now. So yeah, but What was your most surprised? What was your most unexpected? Do you think thing was like that? Was like, he's going.
Okay, so I think I've said this in the previous show or whatever, but you know, my opinion is Raw is the variety show, so that's a show where I don't necessarily expect to see like really good matches and stuff. I expect to see like more character building, more like storyline based things, like more variety. That's what Raw is.
Yeah.
But then SmackDown is the wrestling show, so that's the one where I expect to see all of the stars who can put on the good matches, all the mid-carders, all of the like workhorses that are on SmackDown. And then this year, it just kind of seems like in the shake-up, they took everyone off of SmackDown and gave SmackDown Roman Reigns. So you're a bit like, okay, so who has SmackDown got? Because you took what? So okay, so I'm gonna go to my list here.
We're gonna go down to the list.
They took AJ Styles, Miz, Andrade and Zelina Vega, Rey Mysterio, the Usos, Naomi, and Eric Young off of SmackDown. Okay then, so all of them are, fair enough, Eric Young hasn't been used in a while, but either way he's still like a workhorse and he's actually good in the ring. So they took all of the good people off of SmackDown, and then what? You gave them Roman Reigns and Finn Balor that kind of counter that. I mean, Chad Gable, he's jumped both times, so we don't really care for him.
And that did not make sense, I must say. Right. Like they were just doing a little heel turn with him and Rude.
Right, and then fair enough, one draw that SmackDown did get that has potential is Apollo Crews, or Apollo, whatever they're calling him now, I don't know.
They got Elias Rowe, don't they?
Yeah, but then it's like Elias is more right. So like on SmackDown, he's not going to come out on SmackDown and do the piano and stuff. Oh, sorry, the guitar and that. That's not what SmackDown is. SmackDown's the wrestling show, and always has been the wrestling show. Fair enough, we might have like the odd wedding or bullshit segments like that on SmackDown, but
fair enough.
Ultimately, SmackDown is a show that there's always at least like 3 or 4 matches on the show. Do you know what I mean? Raw can literally have like a 3-hour show with one match.
Yeah, I swear they've done that before.
Yeah, it's like,
well, matches like there was none of the matches had like an ending. They all ended in disqualification or somebody. Yeah, it was so weird.
Because Raw is a variety show. Raw is a show that like, okay then, so you're gonna do things like storyline and you're gonna do like all of that stuff. SmackDown is a show where you're just gonna get 2 people have a match, definitive ending, or like 2 mid-carders have a match or whatever, or a mid-carder and a jobber, but they'll have a really good match, and like that's just what SmackDown has always been. And then in terms of that, you gave them there, I said you took away all of our workhorses and gave us Reigns, Balor, Chad Gable and Apollo Crews. Yeah, we got Buddy Murphy, but you know what, like he's a 205 live draw. We already have Ali for that, so we don't really need Buddy Murphy, and I don't really see him as kind of neat. It's not an acquisition that I needed. Same way like Roy didn't need Cedric Alexander, and I feel so sorry for him.
Yeah, I really do.
Like, if I won't be surprised if he gets released in the next like month or 2, because like he's gonna get lost in the sauce there.
Yeah, that's
so unfortunate.
One surprising one, which was, I don't know why, but I was kind of happy. Not happy, but I'm just gonna see where they're gonna take him. The Usos going to Raw. That was my pick. I don't know why. Like I like the thought of them going to Raw. Like they've done everything. I think it's because they've done everything in SmackDown. just seeing them and their music play on Raw was quite.
Well, that got spoiled for us at home because
that was hilarious.
We knew that they were coming out before like anyone else knew they were coming out because like
because Rude and Gable, they were in the ring, they were doing their entrance. And then like they were like waiting to start talking on the mic, and then on the banner underneath it just said the Usos.
Yeah.
Like you know when they show up their name during the entrance,
the nameplate.
Yeah, so it was meant to say Rude and Gable,
so
but they put on the Usos.
I was like, okay. Didn't that happen with like Melina a few years ago? One time.
Yeah, her entrance was played during Candice's entrance.
Yes.
Like,
And
then you're like,
so that was a huge.
Someone got fired.
Hell, if a writer can get fired for DX. To say, because DX said,
nope,
Vince McMahon.
It's wrong.
They said Vince
DX
McMahon.
said Vince about 100 times.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
Okay.
But then the same writer allowed Brett to say Vince.
Oh.
Or another writer allowed Brett to say Vince and got fired. So there was hypocrisy?
Hypocrisy,
yeah. I said that word, but yeah.
Chain of command, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Wow. Okay. It's even worse. I mean, like, you could at least allow them because the guy got attacked on freaking on stage. Like,
there's
Okay.
that segue, man.
that was messy, but then it's like
He got beat down.
Oh.
And no one has bailed him out.
No. Because he was weird. Like, his Twitter page was full of those bizarre tweets. Like, and he's a former MMA fighter, hasn't got a great record. And yeah, like he was just doing all these warnings saying like I'm gonna be there, like I'm gonna do something mad, just go away from my time. It's just all these bizarre tweets. He's known for that.
I'm
shit.
just surprised that he got as far as he did. It's like
He just
how
waited.
He got into the ring
Yeah.
enough time to get his hands on Bret Hart
He
and then
timed
fall to
it.
the floor. It's just like okay.
He was scoping the place out for ages when security was turning a blind eye, and he just waited. He knew he's waited.
Listen,
absolute dickhead.
What Drake Maverick said, let's not give him any attention.
Right,
Definitely.
Listen, look, with the shake-up, right? The thing that I like about shake-ups, I completely get what you guys are saying about how sometimes it randomly messes things up. But I almost like that in a sense, because that's the whole point. It would be pointless if everybody that just got moved was just, okay, that makes sense. Because then you're not getting that shock value, that entertainment value. Where
But when it comes to the sorry to cut you off, but I mean, so when it comes to the tag teams, like they weren't like they were floundering. Some of them like were okay, like the Riot Squad. They were in the
teams that got split. I don't agree with.
Yeah.
Because unless, for example, Riot Squad, as you've said, if Liv is going to go over to SmackDown and they're going to push Liv to the moon or do something,
Exactly,
fine.
yeah.
But track record shows that they're probably not going to do that. She might have a good run. She might not even. We might not even see her on SmackDown. She might be on main event or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's pointless because now you've ruined a great team, and it's not like you're going to keep Ruby and Sarah together. Ruby and Sarah. You're not going to keep them two together. They're probably going to split. I might do great things on Raw, but ultimately you split up a team of 3 good women who are a good stable. And there's no payoff. If there's a payoff and the 3 of them can be breakout stars, I'm for it. If not,
then what the fuck?
So my bold prediction for he's talking about like payoffs for this or whatever, right? So my bold prediction for this is I'm gonna mention I guess the Viking experience, right? So yes, this is like the first main draw of the shake-up, right? So Hanson and Rowe, the War Raiders, have now the Viking experience. Okay,
that might be a temporary thing.
I feel like this is I'm just not. But okay then, so they've been rebranded as the Viking experience, whatever.
it's just a name.
Right.
They're still the same. Right.
It's really hard to get your head around that because like it's just no. But okay then, so you're saying that the teams are getting split up, right? So let's use the Riot Squad as one of the main. Oh come on, dude, that was in my shot too.
We're trying to move out of the way for you, lads.
So we're talking about teams getting split up and stuff, right? So the Riot Squad have been split up. Liv to SmackDown, Riot and Sarah Logan are still on Raw. And the Viking experience has just kind of been put together out of nowhere, or rebranded out of nowhere, we should say. But then I believe Sarah Logan has a Viking character too. So right now the idea, or it would assume that you could allude to maybe pairing her with the Viking experience. God, I hate saying that.
Everyone does.
For the sake of this video, I'm calling the War Raiders. Just.
Also, by the looks of things, they've been automatically stripped of the NXT titles because they haven't mentioned that at all. They didn't come out with them, and
on
NXT.
On Raw.
On Raw, they mentioned that they are tag team champions.
I heard that they were. He kept on saying they were.
So he said
That's what I'm saying. So they stripped them because they were champions. a takeover.
Okay, but then that aside, so either way, so it's like, okay, so you've got the potential collaboration there with Sarah Logan with them, and then also with the acquisition of the Usos and Naomi, which you instantly know that wherever the Usos go, Naomi's going to follow.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like, okay then, so, you know, as a random women feud, you're going to have Sarah Logan needs to be put over by someone big. There's Naomi, and that's her reason for existing on Raw. And then it's like, the Usos, they're a credible team. We're going to need to feud with the War Raiders to, you know, put the War Raiders over. So there's your kind of 6-person whatever. Yeah, that can be a good payoff, but it's not a huge reason to need to split up like the teams. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's the same with okay then. So they've been teasing. Who was it? It was Lacey Evans, EC3, Nikki Cross. Was it
Lars Sullivan? Heavy Machinery.
Okay, yeah, those guys. So those were all the ones that worked at NXT. They were considered free agents on the main roster, right? But yet none of them. Okay, only Lacey Evans, EC3, and Lars Sullivan got placed. So you've still got Nikki Cross and Heavy Machinery, and who's the other one?
Heavy Machinery got drafted.
They didn't. They're still floating.
Oh no, they're on the road. They're raw now. Yeah, they're all raw.
They're on their Snapchat.
They go, okay then. So Heavy Machinery is on Raw. I see.
Nikki Cross,
Nikki Cross is on SmackDown.
Is she got just SmackDown?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another thing then. So you're gonna split up Sanity, but then put Nikki Cross on SmackDown. Does that make sense?
And there's Killian Dane as well.
Yeah, Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, and Nikki Cross are on SmackDown. Yeah. So you got three fourths of a team together on a show, but then you put everything on Raw. Like, what's he going to do on Raw as a solo star?
So this was my point, where like on one hand you do have that, oh right, it's cool, like Reigns is on SmackDown, but then there's the bad part of it, all of this, which is where I get the cluster F. You know what I mean? But I don't know, I'm still intrigued because it will be cool to see Reigns on SmackDown if they're actually keeping the brand separate, not like Raw and also on SmackDown. Because SmackDown the dynamic of SmackDown should change. We've got Elias there as well. You mentioned about variety in wrestling. I agree. I don't think it's 100% variety Raw, 100% wrestling on SmackDown. I think it's maybe like 80% variety on Raw, 20% wrestling, 80% wrestling on SmackDown. I think they both have a bit.
They balance it, but then I'm saying that when you look at the track record of like things that happen, there have been many times when Raw will literally just kind of focus on story and entertainment value.
For a whole show
SmackDown, but then SmackDown will be the show that, although we're going to do that, so like the main event segment might be a random wedding, you know, random segment that's people talking for the main event, or like a talk show or whatever. Yeah. And then SmackDown will still balance that out with having like a whole bunch of matches beforehand.
So this is why I'm excited, because for me it's like the big takeaway for me when it comes to all these shake-ups and drafts is that we get to see people have matches that perhaps we haven't seen have matches before, or haven't had matches in a few good years. Like
Apollo Crews.
This one in particular, I don't really know. I don't really know if there's any big match. I can't wait to see them two clash with this one.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a lot of people on SmackDown who could probably have good matches with Finn Balor. But then he's again.
I'm very intrigued to see Finn on SmackDown. But then
Finn and Danny Bryan.
Yeah. I would have preferred if they kept AJ on SmackDown and then moved Finn to it, because then we could have had the real club.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping as well. Yeah.
But the argument with the Finn Balor thing is that you're gonna get like collaborations of like pairings of like Finn Balor and Daniel Bryan and stuff. But then Finn Balor right now has been kind of put in the Intercontinental title picture, not the main picture. So you're kind of see him. So if he's feuding with Daniel Bryan, then that's like a mid-card feud. And it's then it's not as, you know, it's like I kind of miss the days when, although they weren't necessarily champion, they were still considered like the kind of main event caliber stars. So like The Rock could be feuding with Triple H outside of the title, and that's still kind of like main event quality. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas now it's like if you're not like in the immediate feud for the WWE title or the Universal title, it's almost like anything you do is just mid card.
Yeah.
You look at SmackDown now. You got AJ. No, you haven't got AJ. You got Finn, Reigns. You've still got Orton. Like, you think of the main event guys who are on SmackDown. I pose the question to you: who's gonna be the guy? I know we want to say Reigns, but it might not be. And not necessarily who's going to be the guy. Who are going to be the guys? Like, who are going to be the ones that are feuding for the title in the main event?
Well, you as we Ryan mentioned,
Finn's going to be pushed up there, man. I think
Finn. Yeah, of course. I remember before we started recording, you said Elias could be in line to win the Money in the Bank match.
Right.
I think the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if he would be next.
He has star quality. I see
They might
that,
Corbin him though, man.
They can't do that twice in a fucking row, man. No.
Oh, wait, no, they haven't, because the Money in the Bank last year wasn't Baron Corbin. Money in the Bank last year was who was it last year?
Okay, if I can remember.
Who was the male?
Braun Strowman, and he cashed in.
Yeah,
on
he
Roman,
lost.
but then- yeah, he lost though, but he lost because storyline-wise, Brock Lesnar interfered in Hell in a Cell, and then the match was cancelled. That I don't understand. The word in the name of the match is Hell in a Cell. So,
I didn't even watch that.
The idea is that you think that, like, even though Brock Lesnar interfered, the match should still continue because
it's a no contest.
It's a no contest because Brock Lesnar interfered.
Oh,
But
because
the
I'm
match
thinking of
is
what happened at Crown Jewel. Because they fought each other in Crown Jewel.
Yeah, but that was after Braun Strowman had a ricochet.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a bunch of title matches around.
Okay,
Right.
fair
That's what he was getting. But then I'm saying that if the idea is that it's called Hell in a Cell, so the idea is that there should be a winner regardless of what the hell they're going through. That's the idea of the match, but it got cancelled.
I think what they were saying is that they were just both dead.
Right. The only viable Money in the Bank last year was Alexa Bliss, but she cashed it in on the night. So you're like you lose momentum if your actual Money in the Bank holder, the male one, it kind of doesn't do anything. And then the female one cashed in on the night. Fair enough, that was a big title change, but at the same time, it's like,
God damn it,
you miss.
Well, I was right behind me. Man, you keep
bloopers.
that,
Oh yeah, that's bloopers.
God.
So
fair enough. So I said the credible Money in the Bank winners is you get like Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss, but she cashed hers in on the night. Yes, it was a big title change because the Ronda Rousey was in the title picture at the time, but then when she cashes it in on the night, you almost forget, who was the winner of Money in the Bank, because it happened on the night. Whereas at least Braun Strowman held his until Hell in a Cell, so you remember that he was still months back.
Threw it down afterwards.
But then
at
the same time, like when you cash it in and don't win, it's a bit like you just kind of fall into get lost in the sauce. There we go.
I'm gonna say a bold prediction before I forget it. Totally random, but Naya's out with an injury, right?
Yes.
Naomi's now.
Tamina's dead.
Naomi's now on Raw.
Yes.
No, Tamina's not dead.
Okay.
Is she injured?
No, she's not injured, but I'm just saying, like, when nothing else is going, she found it's gone.
A re-emergence. That's the word, right?
Yes.
Of Team Bad.
Oh no.
I don't mind.
I like
my deal is 3 of the 4 horsewomen are on SmackDown, so it just makes sense to me to put her rank on SmackDown. It does.
She needs to find out.
But then at the same time,
Right, I'm ready to go, guys. No, you're not.
Yeah, go. I wouldn't miss her.
I mean, either.
I always thought she was overrated. Always. Like, I get it. I know, because I remember I said this before and you disagreed with me, because she is a good wrestler. But the thing is, for me, when you're a good wrestler, that vibe and aura diminishes when you get pushed. Like, Charlotte is a good wrestler, but I would not mind not miss that. If she disappeared for 6 months, I wouldn't mind. Because they fought. If they kind of did what they did with Becky before Becky got over to Charlotte, then I'd appreciate Charlotte more. But when they it's just like food. Like, you can have your, like, I like pizza. Like, if you give me 50 pizzas, I'm gonna get sick of pizza. Like, that's what they do with
the 4 horsewomen.
but not all of them. Like, I mean, they're doing it with Becky now.
Becky and Bayley didn't really get that treatment.
In about 2 months, I hate to admit this, because I'm a big Becky fan, but we're probably gonna get sick of Becky at some point. It's already getting to that point.
I mean, I don't think you probably would. I think Becky will still kind of find ways to keep herself relevant. You know, now she's going on Twitter, dissing.
She's trolling now, isn't it?
Yeah. So you know, you can find her maybe like potentially trolling fans more. They might turn her heel again. You know what I mean? But this time, she'll be more sustainable again.
Yeah.
She'll just be dissing the crowd, coming on Twitter saying this, that, and that.
Okay,
you guys
fair.
are nothing. You guys are this. So yeah, you might have backed me, but I don't even care. You know, this sort of thing. Where the crowd would be more on her back, so they might hate her, which could potentially still keep fans interested again. So
Keeping with the times, keeping fresh.
Yeah.
But in referring back to the whole shake-up though, so although I would love to rank on SmackDown, I do feel like it seems like there's an imbalance when it comes to the amount of women who are on SmackDown from this shake-up. So SmackDown already had, like, you know, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Lana, the Iconics, Mandy and Sonya, and Asuka, and probably other people who I haven't mentioned. and whatnot. But then now you've added Bailey and Ember Moon and now Kairi Sane to that picture as well. So they got 3 draw and
Io Shirai.
And Liv. No, Io Shirai is not on SmackDown.
No? My bad.
So Kairi Sane went up. Bailey came up, Ember Moon came up, Liv Morgan got moved over, and so did Mickey James. So now, so now you're like, okay, so SmackDown has got all of these women.
She was.
Yeah, SmackDown has got all of these women, and it's like, okay, then so how are they going to fit every single one of these women onto the show?
There's going to be some floundering.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There's
saying.
some main events, but like as in the show main event, like not.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be some. Have you ever noticed? Sometimes there is a shake up or a draft, and then there's some people that get moved over, but you don't see them for like the first 6 months of them. They're officially on that show. We don't see them. Yeah. Unless you watch a do they even show Superstars anymore? That show
it's stuff that doesn't come on. Main event does, but I think main event is more catered to Raw.
Oh yeah.
So the Raw stars appear on main event.
That happened when
yeah, it's a tough one. Sasha on SmackDown would be interesting.
Let me ask you,
just because she hasn't been on SmackDown. She hasn't been on SmackDown.
Her last match on SmackDown was the SmackDown before WrestleMania.
But she wasn't a SmackDown star.
No, she was a Raw star, but she's the tag team champion, so she can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tag team champions, technically both shows, right?
They can go on all shows, yeah.
They're iconic.
That was another thing that also pissed off Sasha because she was hoping that she was going to have like this long reign and she was going to like defend the title on SmackDown, Raw, and NXT.
I thought she did.
No, they held the belts primarily on Raw because they were Raw superstars.
Yeah.
They
appeared on SmackDown.
They appeared on SmackDown to have a match with the Iconics, and that set the Iconics up to be in the Fatal 4-Way match because they won. Yeah. And they went on NXT just to say that we defend these belts on all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
they didn't even get a chance. Wasn't that their first time? No, was that their first title defense?
What?
Mania?
No, their first title defense was
Raw against Tamina and Nia.
Yeah, Fastlane.
See what I mean? You see what I mean?
Do you think it is too much to? I know we're kind of going off there. We've got women's tag team titles now. Should they be Raw women's tag team titles and SmackDown Raw?
No.
There was rumors they're going to split them, but by the looks of it, yeah,
because every other title has a counterpart.
Yeah, yeah,
technically it shouldn't that.
Well, no, then if that's the argument's sake here, then technically the women need a mid-card belt. So you need like a women's intercontinental or women's United States title. That would be the only counterpart to have, but then again, do you really want to have like so many sets?
That's what I'm saying.
Unless the women are going to get their own like hour or 2 hour long show.
Yeah, it would work if Raw and SmackDown were specifically like almost like 2 different companies.
Yeah,
like if they treated it
like
that, which they should have.
Because Raw used to have like Raw and Sunday Night Heat, and then SmackDown had like
Velocity.
And then like
it was like taboo for them to cross paths.
And then whenever they did, you're like, oh my god, I'm interested. But now
they go back to that.
One random pay-per-view, you'll be like, oh, this superstar's injured. AJ Styles is gonna come and face this guy, and it's like, why?
Ever since they did that Super Show shit, that has killed it. Remember back in the day? No. I mean, like it was like the SmackDown Super Show, the Raw Super Show.
Did they show that in the UK? Because that always confused me.
Raw Super Show. It was when it was basically the period where they were trying to end the draft. So SmackDown Superstars was still SmackDown, but then they appeared on Raw as well.
Yeah.
And then eventually.
Oh, that. I thought you meant back in 05 they did this Super Show.
Oh no.
You're talking about when it actually had Raw logo and it said Super Show.
Yeah. And then like you see the same match on both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, it would be like the SmackDown main event might be like a tag team match, and then that was the opening match for the next week.
Yeah, it was really lazy. Really lazy.
That was what's his name? The guy with the smoker's cough voice.
Oh, John Laurinaitis.
People power.
He was an amazing heel. Like he was an amazing heel. Like because he was so bad. Like, but yeah, that's the shake-up. I guess.
I want to address you guys very quickly.
I'm guessing the general vibe is that the shake-up could have been a lot better.
A lot better.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But then
what would you have done? What would you have done better?
Better superstar than SmackDown.
So who?
I feel like
you're in charge. What would you have done?
I mean, if you're looking at potential people you could have moved over, like to make it more balanced and stuff, you could have like, as you were saying, part of like the thing where you could have had the whole AJ or Bullet Club all together. You could have had maybe some NXT call-ups, like some of them, like Johnny Gargano, maybe on SmackDown as well. Could have worked.
I would put the Undisputed Era.
Yeah,
up on SmackDown.
Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Yeah, one of them on 205 now. Is Cole on 205?
No, that was fake news. Don't listen to that.
Oh, okay. No,
For me,
do you imagine?
Yeah, no, that's so random.
Sorry, carry on, man. Sorry.
I also think they could have put more emphasis on some 205 Live superstars more pairing on there as well. Like you've got a few others that misuse. I don't know what's happening with Blake Maverick. Is he? Like,
apparently, there's rumors that because he came out with EC3 as his manager now. Apparently,
he can wrestle. I just don't like when wrestlers are managers.
I know.
Wrestle, like,
I never saw him in Impact Wrestling. I don't know him, but he's for the most part, he was manager, innit, on TNA, or was he also?
I saw him win his contract because they did like a tough enough thing on TNA.
Thing. Okay, yeah. But yeah, like they're pairing him up. Like, obviously, he used to be the manager for Authors of Pain, but one half of they're injured. And
that was a good team.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen with them, but apparently during a dark match, he came up with EC3, and probably they worked out. Probably the crowd worked up to him. So Drake Maverick, wherever EC3 is, because I thought that when he got destroyed by Strowman, I thought that was his way to get him back to SmackDown. Because he said, "I don't want none of this," but he's probably still signed to Raw now. So
he was only used because Samoa Joe couldn't make it to Raw. Samoa Joe's meant to be.
Yeah, no, he's meant to be Raw. Yeah, but he was sick. So so I thought that was them way of writing him out to go to SmackDown, but he's still there. So I was like, if that's the case, why are you killing someone that's on the rise? Like, just get destroyed by Braun Strowman. It was just like for no reason.
So I think for me, my number one draw would have been keep Andrade and Zelina Vega on SmackDown. That's number one. Number one, keep them on SmackDown because they just they to me don't sound they're not Raw. So keep them on SmackDown.
Do the Latino group still, yeah?
LWO.
I'm not even going to
do it, man. Rey Mysterio's crew, like flipping, bring Hunico back,
man.
That's squad, man.
Kalisto, Sin Cara.
Hey, I'm gonna need that because I'm one of these.
Squaddy.
Hola de vato. I'm on it. I'm here for it, man. They could run SmackDown or Raw, like literally.
Anywho, so keep Andrade and Zelina on SmackDown. In which case, because Zelina stays on SmackDown, take 2 of the Raw women back. Raw can keep Bayley, and Raw can keep what's her name, Mickey James or something like that. Like Raw can keep them, put them back on SmackDown. And then I would have said that if you're going to move up like Roman Reigns and Finn Balor, the idea is that because they've taken away so much of SmackDown's talent, it's a bit like, well, why didn't they put like McIntyre or Lashley with Roman Reigns over? So because Roman Reigns has a history of both of them.
But then you have the same feuds on SmackDown.
Well, no, because it might be the same feuds, but then it's just kind of viewed or seen differently on SmackDown because SmackDown's going to allow them to wrestle more. Okay. As opposed to like, so it's like, when because like you look at when they first ever did the draft and whatnot, and it was like straight away they took over. So straight away the first 2 picks for SmackDown were AJ Styles and John Cena, and they had the first feud, and their feud on SmackDown was completely different to the feud that we'd seen them have on Raw and in the cross-drop. Get it?
Wrestling standpoint.
Yeah, so it's like once you put them on SmackDown, it's like, okay then. So now they are the draw for SmackDown. So now we've got to do different things with them for SmackDown. So we're gonna put Roman Reigns on Raw. It's like, okay, cool. So he's the big draw for SmackDown, but he's also a big guy. SmackDown is full of little guys. So now, how do you get any of those little guys to look credible against Roman Reigns?
Well, this is what I was saying because I like Reigns on SmackDown. I don't mean this in a sense of how the typical Roman Reigns hater would say it. I just like, sometimes I think it's good when you kind of get
the little guy.
No, trying to relegate it, like when you kind of come down a bit. So like, I'm very intrigued if Roman's reign on SmackDown wasn't in the main event. Maybe he was just under. Not because he deserves to be pushed down. It just would be different. Do you know what I mean?
To have him in the mid card.
Maybe not even the mid card. Like, but just
not be the focus of the show.
This is what I meant. Like, like back in the day, you would have feuds that were like, okay, I remember watching. I think it was it Armageddon or one of the pay-per-views like in 2000 where one of the main event matches was Chris Benoit versus Triple H, and the literal story. I was going to say his name, didn't I? But then the story of that was just because Benoit headbutted Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
So they had a whole feud based off of that. And it culminated in like a match at the pay-per-view, which Triple H won. But the idea is that, fair enough, he's a heel, but he's fighting for his wife's honor. And yeah, they're both main event players, but that wasn't the main
It's a
event.
silly storyline, but it's not so silly where it's the bottom of the card.
Right, yeah,
like
you know
an
what I mean?
undercut.
So,
And that's what I
like,
think should work for Reigns.
But right now, I feel like with any star that isn't in the main event picture, it's like you're just instantly relegated to the
Yes, there is no in between.
Yeah.
I'm not, I 100%
So it's like Roman
agree.
Reigns is going to feud with, for argument's sake, who the hell's on SmackDown? If Roman Reigns is going to feud with Elias, yeah, that would be considered mid-card. But then Kofi Kingston feuding with, I don't know, Kevin Owens, that's going to be the main event. Get it? And that's where they're going to stay, and then Roman Reigns and Elias is going to fall underneath of that. And then it's like, okay, then so then you're going to be like, okay, so Roman Reigns is not a main eventer now. So then when you come to the review, it'll be like Kevin Owens and Kofi Kingston will fall below whoever Seth Rollins is facing, but then Roman Reigns and stuff will be like considered less than both of them. Get it?
Yeah, you're bringing up a lot of points. Like, I don't want to talk for England, but
Like,
I don't have a lot to say, man.
In terms of the places and stuff, it's like once you're not in the title picture, it's almost like any match you have is just considered mid-card. You're not even considered like, okay, main event talent can still fight each other outside of the title picture. It's almost like if you're not fighting for that title, you're just kind of
Doing
filler.
nothing.
Yeah, you're just there, and we forget about you.
Yeah.
Kind of like Dolph Ziggler right now. Like, yeah, he was like, I guess the eternal mid-carder, but then he hasn't been there in like X months. He hasn't been there since the Royal Rumble. No one's seen him. So
Even
it's a
before the
bit
Rumble,
like-
he was gone for a while, wasn't he?
right.
Like,
So then it's a bit like, you know, if he came back, he wouldn't be considered a main eventer. He'd be like mid-card. You get where I'm coming from?
So, I would say, I mean, I asked you guys who would you move around. I'm not going to say who I'd move around, but with what they've done, I would put Roman, make sure Roman's got, I mean, it's Roman, he's got to have some kind of spotlight. But I really I would love if the replacement for AJ was Finn. Do you know what I mean? Or something along them lines where it wasn't just Reigns, like it wasn't just the Reigns show. Like if they give it to someone else and Reigns is under that and can work his way, that would be cool. But then this leads me to my next, I don't know, concern or thoughts, is the whole fact that Kofi's the champion right now. Who's working with Kofi? Because as far as I know, Kofi ain't really in a feud.
He's not in a feud.
He's still, and this is what I was worried about, man. This is. I want to stress this point, man.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but this
Kevin
is the
Owens
point I
is
want to
gonna
stress,
turn
right? I feel like Kofi Kingston is getting that thing where it's like his title win is bigger than his reign, and it's just like, okay, he's a champion, but you know, like there's been champions where they're the heavyweight champion, but they're not the main thing on the show.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like he's still doing.
He's getting a Rey Mysterio treatment.
I wouldn't say as low as Rey Mysterio. That was terrible. But like,
Wait, what do you mean?
It's
Rey
almost.
Mysterio was still in the main event, was he not? No, maybe not on the shows, but he was the main event of pay-per-views.
But he was just getting squashed.
Yeah, no.
left, right, and center.
Yeah, you're right. But what I mean is like, it's almost as if, right? Imagine if, like, when you have a show and Lesnar's on the show, right? You could technically, on paper, be the main event. You're supposed to be the main event, but whatever Lesnar's doing is more important. So that's what I feel like. There's going to be someone else. So if Reigns is feuding with Elias, we just said that should technically be a mid-card pay-per-view. I wouldn't be surprised if they make that more of a focus than Kofi. Kofi's the type of champion who, look, typically the champion doesn't come out until the end of the show, right?
Yes.
Kofi's going to be the one who comes out in the middle of the show or the start of the show and has a match or whatever, and then this.
But that's the curse. That's the curse of the WWE title. That's been like that for almost every champion before that. Anyway, that's no.
I don't know, because they didn't do it to AJ. They wouldn't do it to Seth Rollins or Reigns. It's certain people, whether it's because of their gimmick or their size. Like, I don't think they're gonna push Kofi as a credible champion.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, it's a feel good moment and he's a face. But I don't know, man. Can Kofi have that long dominant
How
title
they
reign?
did? Because at the end of the day, like this was not meant to be in the plans.
That's my point.
Exactly. Mustafa Ali, wasn't it?
But then what? Is that to say Mustafa would be champion right now?
No, definitely not. No, I think the whole thing was because I think the original thing was meant to be.
introduction.
It was meant to be Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens. That was the original plan for Mania. And then when they just realized they got something hot on their hands, they put in Kofi Kingston and they took out Kevin Owens pretty much entirely. He was not even on WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he wasn't.
Nah,
was
he
he
was
even
pissed.
in the? Was he even in
Nope.
the Royal?
Nope.
Listen, if Kevin Owens, a lot of people are talking about Kevin Owens
Missed that
turning,
payday.
right? Turning on Kofi.
Yeah.
I think because it's so obvious that he would, that they won't do it. Because why would they give us something that we can all see?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Of course,
maybe
yeah.
they
I think
might-
they're waiting because they could have definitely done it. Like
They
when
might give us a New
I
Day
thought they
split.
were going to do it
That's
on
what I
that
thought
SmackDown.
I don't want to see that, but they might give
That's
us
what I
that.
thought
The
they were
what?
gonna do.
A New Day split.
You know.
Especially now the Big E's gone.
But he's not gone. He's just injured.
Yeah, but like, that's what I mean.
He's
He could-
injured for a long while though.
But like he could come back and like I don't know, man.
That would be good. I think if they wait until he comes back and then Big E turns, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I saw a fake mock-up of Big E holding Kevin Owens' hand with the title. Like, you never know.
Wow. Do you know what I did? I had this. I follow a couple of blog sites on Twitter. And then one person, so when the Kofi Kingston match was starting, and it was in their entrances and stuff, again, so random segue, why the WWE title match, they didn't have special entrances, I do not know. But
that's my point. That's exactly my point.
Not that it matters, but...
Exactly my point.
Anywho, what's it called? What was I saying? So Kofi Kingston, they were having their match, or getting ready to have the match, and then I saw one person say, okay, then, bold prediction, Big E turns on Kofi Kingston in this match. I was like, if this happens, I actually
I was scared. I felt uncomfortable. I felt ill because as soon as he brought the bag out, I was like, nope.
No, hell no, no. I refuse. No.
If this happens, if Big E turns on Kofi,
it's both of them. I thought it was both of them going to turn.
That wouldn't even be that wouldn't even be good. That would be the worst.
No, yeah.
Kind of heat going. There would
have been a riot at Mania.
I legit thought. I told you, I said I don't like this. Yeah. As soon as he walked up to that thing, I thought.
When you said black, I was like, what black bar?
Big E and Xavier are gonna screw Kofi, and I felt ill.
Yeah. When they were unveiling it, and then they pulled the top off. He doesn't have a knife or something in there,
Mind you, though, I did think that what they were going to do, because when he put the belt on the thing, my little brother was like, "Oh, there's a belt underneath of that," and then I was like, "Is it?" And he was like, "Yeah," because when I rewound it and saw it, it's like, yeah, he put the hemp belt on the OW belt.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh," so I said, "So what's probably under there is the original belt." But then I said the idea is that what will probably be, they'll probably do like a storytell. So it'll be that they throw the hemp belt away, then they've got the original belt, but then in the box is Kofi's custom belt. And I thought it's going to be like a New Day belt. I was like, oh, okay then. So maybe it's going to be a thing where Kofi is champion, but then maybe it might be a free belt. So all the free.
Yeah.
The box was pretty anticlimactic. It was just a t-shirt.
Yeah, it was a t-shirt. I was like, disappointing. But I'm actually glad that Kofi is a solo champion. Yes. If it would have been a Freebirds thing, then that wouldn't have been great. But I wouldn't have minded it. Like I'd compromise with that if they don't want to kind of see him as the main person. So Big E defends it mostly because he's the big guy. But I wouldn't have minded. But Kofi is champion. I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. It's all good.
I mean, it'd be very cool to finally for them to really not split the team as the usual way, where someone turns on someone and they'll always be good friends. But I would not mind. I can't take Xavier Woods seriously. If they did do that turn, wait till Big E comes back, and then just because he's jealous, turn on Kofi I want your title, that kind of thing. I would not mind that, but I would also not mind if they never split or never.
I think the New Day are the kind of team like Dudley Boys.
They made so much money for WWE.
The Dudley Boys only got split because WWE was on Raw and Devon was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But then once it kind of got to that point where it's like, well, there's nothing for them to do on either show, just put them back together. Mm-hmm. But then with the New Day, it's a bit like, well, solo, I mean, you could see potential for all of them, but they all work so well as a threesome. So just keep them together.
It would be legitimately sad if they split. It would be like the Shield, when the Shield first split. Remember that feeling?
Or when Seth Rollins hit him with the chair. Was I the only one that wanted that?
I know that I wanted.
It's not about whether you wanted it or not. It was just shocking, right? You didn't expect.
I know, but I had in my head when Seth Rollins was holding that chair and stuff. I was like, okay, then hit one of them. I was like, I was like, hit one of them, and then he hit Dean Ambrose, and I was like, oh hell yeah! I was like, yes. And I was like, because see, for me with the Shield, my thing was when all three of them came in, it's like, okay, then so all of them have their kind of their role in the Shield, right? It says that Roman Reigns was the muscle, Dean Ambrose was kind of the other one,
and then
he was the one that kind of didn't really do anything. He was just kind of the extra one, and then Seth Rollins was the acrobat. So it's a bit like, but then as heels, it's weird to kind of root for Seth Rollins when he's a heel. Do you know what I mean? Then they kind of turned face against the Wyatts, and it's like, okay, then this is a bit better, and I can see this. But then once it got to the point where it's comfortable, like, okay, so you know who the Shield are, you know what they do, it's like, give me something new. And then, Seth turned on them, and I'm like, okay, I personally at that point would have chosen Dean to turn, but he chose Seth. So I was like, okay, I'm interested, I'm invested. At that point, it was like, okay, then Shield. I'm there.
Yeah.
Like that made me even like the show or appreciate anything to
Appreciate it more,
after.
yeah.
But then Dean Ambrose kind of fell through the cracks and stuff. So it's just
So here's the thing: I do not want to see a New Day split.
Right.
But if we get it, as long as it's done well, right? The first Shield split was done amazing. The second Shield split, when Dean turned on Seth, the initial turning was amazing.
Yes.
Like, that was the best thing that I'd seen that year.
Yeah.
But then they just dropped the ball.
After they won the titles.
Not flipping out after flipping Roman told the world he's got cancer.
Yeah. That was good.
It was perfect television.
Yes.
But they didn't run with it. I don't know how you mess up
their
something
match
that good.
I can't remember what pay-per-view it was, but whatever that match was,
Oh
it was
God,
just so underwhelming.
Just the story, like wearing the jacket, and the crowd smells.
As soon as they gave the coat, it just went wrong.
That could have been that could have been the star. They could have carried that until Mania, and that could have been the star match, like that we're talking about. Like,
and that was pretty much the breaking point for Dean. That's why he's
and
not
then
there
they
anymore.
reunited.
Yes, that's what it's saying.
I've said to you that, like, one of our friends deserves to have cancer. I've said to you like you're a waste of skin. I've burnt the jacket, and then not even a month later we're back to being friends.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell? That doesn't even happen in real life.
Nope.
No. It's a cartoon, man.
It's really, they really think that people got like short-term memory, and like it just
again they go day by day booking. But overall,
is that what they do?
Yeah, I think that's what it feels. Definitely, it's a big clusterfuck. They say like, they plan this way in advance. I think they just plan WrestleMania in advance. Everything in between is just day by day.
Yeah,
definitely.
So we'll just say overall, we all feel the shake-up could have done much better, but.
Definitely.
This is their shake-up, so it is what it is.
They basically screwed SmackDown over. That's what they
They screwed SmackDown over. Yeah, we'll see.